What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Fresh Beef Media YouTube channel. Okay, I know I haven't posted in a while. YouTube finally unsuspended my account, so I got to be very careful. But uh, this video is going to be kind of, impromptu. I may be a little all over the place, but it's not going to be scripted. Really want to kind of get to the heart of what I've been noticing in the media, as far as celebrities who make comments about flat Earth. Um, and I think I'm gonna start with um, Kyrie Irving. I know that's not new news, but I do want to get into some of the celebrities who responded to Kyrie originally, and just how they seem to change their story and come back and say, "Hey, no, we don't believe in flat Earth," or something. It just seems to me, especially Kyrie. I think Kyrie is truly awake, but he is kind of, I guess he don't want to be ostracized, and I don't know if I don't know if he's been compromised or what. I don't know if it's, because he's a brand in and of itself. So I'm sure it's people managing, you know, how he presents himself to the world. But I know, and if you watch his videos, he's awake. He knows what's up. He knows the shape of the earth. He's just kind of timid and don't want to really kind of mess his career up. He probably don't want to lose his brand. Uh, so I'm definitely gonna kind of get into Kyrie as well as some other celebrities. So if you go back about, um, I guess it was about a year ago, and excuse me if I don't have the time correct, but all of this is basically transpired in the last year to 2 years tops. So Kyrie Irving came out basically saying the Earth is flat. He was pretty confident, and if you listen to the original audio. Now, what's interesting uh, is, and we'll get into that as well. What's interesting is the logo for his Instagram. It looks to me to be an all-seeing eye with the 369 around it. Now that may be, um, I think it was Nikola Tesla who said something about, if you want to know the secrets to the world. Uh, well, not actually that quote, but he said something about three numbers being, the secret to the universe or something similar to that. So I don't know if he's alluding to that. Obviously, it's got a pyramid shape, so it's very interesting. So now Kyrie recently has been apologizing, and if you look at these, you type in Kyrie Irving flat Earth, all you get is this. You look at the results here. I'm sorry. He's sorry. He apologizes for saying the Earth is flat. He apologizes to science teachers for spreading flat Earth. Um, so he went from, pretty confident. He was pretty confident back when he first made the statements, pretty confident, but he was trying to be, in my opinion, riding the fence. And other flat earthers probably know, they just don't want to be. I think he knows, but he don't want to come out. But it's interesting how he would change his story. I just wonder if he was pressured to do that, or compromised on some level. Now, what's interesting is the original podcast. What really got this going was the road tripping podcast. Well, I think his name was R.J. Channing, and that's where he really, made his original statements that kind of lit the fire on this whole ordeal. You know. Now, what's interesting is if you go there now, Today is October the 11th, 2018, and I got a screenshot of it on the screen here. So if you go to the original podcast with Kyrie and the Flat Earth, it's gone. It says this clip is unavailable. So it's just like, and I'm not sure when they deleted it, but obviously it was in between when he first made the statement and now. But why would you want to delete that though? Why would you want to delete that podcast? And and it just seems odd. He's coming back apologizing to everybody. Now let's get into a couple of the responses that um, uh, some other, and actually it was another NBA player, Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, so Shaquille O'Neal came out, and I'm just gonna let you listen to what he said as far as um, flat Earth. And again, they always come out, kind of confident, slightly joking, but really you can tell Shaquille O'Neal was serious. He really believed in flat Earth. He came with some, I would say, beginner level arguments, but you can tell he's been exposed to flat Earth and he believes it. Not to say he's an advanced flat earther, but I can tell, and you can tell when you listen to this audio I'm about to play, that he knows the earth is flat, but he's, you know, uh, and we'll get into what happened because he's going to change his story recently. But let's listen to the audio um, from Shaquille O'Neal.
That's what you gotta live with. This is true. Some people like it, some people don't, but we'll see where it takes us.
What make of the Kyrie stuff?
I don't. It's true.
What?
The Earth is flat.
Shaq, what are you talking about?
The Earth is flat.
No, it's
Yeah, it is.
no, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
No,
Listen,
it's not.
there's three ways to manipulate the mind: what you read, what you see, and what you hear.
Okay.
In school, first thing they teach us is, oh, Columbus discovered America. But when he got there, it was some fair-skinned people with the long hair smoking out of peace pipes. So what does that tell you? Columbus didn't discover America.
He found
So,
where he
listen,
lived.
I drive from coast to coast, and the is flat.
Okay, that's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
I drive from
It's the
Florida.
dumbest thing you've ever
I
said.
drive from Florida to Cali all the time, and it's flat to
92,
me. I do not-
92 podcasts, and that's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
I do not
That's a
go-
high bar to get over.
I do not go up and down in a 360-degree angle and all that stuff about gravity. Have you looked outside of Atlanta lately and seen all these buildings? So you mean to tell me that China is under us? China is under us.
If
You
you
know
keep
what I'm
they
saying?
are under
It's
us. That's what they
not.
tell you when you're a kid.
The world is
If
flat.
you dug straight through your backyard, you
The
can
world
get
is
to
flat.
China.
No, you can't.
The world's not flat. We've seen the Earth.
No, we haven't seen anything.
Yes, you have. You've seen it from satellite imagery.
Oh, satellite imagery that could be drawn and
Okay,
made up.
so here's the audio of the reporter asking Kyrie that exact same
Yes.
question.
You've seen pictures of the planet, though, right? Like it's a circle. I've seen a lot of things that have my educational system is still turned out to be
Exactly.
I don't mind. I don't mind going against the grain in terms of my thoughts.
Exactly. I'm with him because we're from Jersey. That's how we
Hey,
think.
here tells you about the educational system in Jersey.
I'm just saying.
I think it's more of an indictment on that.
I'm just saying, when I drive from Florida to New York, flat. New York to Seattle,
It's not flat.
Seattle down to LA, flat. LA back
not
to Florida, flat.
Okay,
Matter of fact, it's a square. That's what
Okay,
it
I
is.
can't believe
Okay. Now, so after he says all of that, sounds pretty confident. I think the same thing that happened to Kyrie Irving happened to Shaq. I don't know if he was threatened or obviously Shaquille O'Neal is a brand. So I understand people, you know, who manage what he does and how he presents himself to the world may have had something to say about that. So he's done a full 360. Oh, I was just joking on Jimmy Kimmel here. So he went on Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel asked him, "Hey, that was a joke about the world being flat, right?" And now his response is, "Of course it was. Of course it was. Yeah, right. It wasn't. He was serious. He was serious." And then you can go to, um, let's take a look at, listen to what Draymond, and you'll notice all of them come out basically, you know, you can tell they believe it in their heart, but they're trying to walk this politically correct fence. Now, I won't even say politically correct. It's just, I think they know the response they're going to get, because usually people who don't believe in flat earth, they're just going to tell you that's stupid. No. Instantly, they'll tell you no. They won't say stuff like, well, it just kind of depends on, who am I to know? Who am I? Those sort of responses is letting me know that you believe in flat earth, or either you're not convinced that it's round. So, you know, so let's listen to, you know, Draymond, his sort of response to Kyrie, and we'll get into some more celebrities after this.
Draymond, are you most? I don't know. I haven't done enough research, but it may be flat. Yeah, he says about it. I wouldn't necessarily say crazy, though. I'll tell him crazy. It's just his opinion. It's hard to call someone's opinion crazy. That's what he thinks. This one, he's got pictures. But who's to say that picture is telling the truth? I guess NASA. Yeah, but I could make a round picture with my iPhone today on the panoramic camera. Make it look round. So I don't know. I'm not saying I think it's flat or around. I don't know, but it could be. Say that.
Okay, so that was Draymond. Now, I plan on. I really haven't seen him follow up with anything as far as Draymond. Speaking of Draymond, I don't think he's really came back out and said anything else. Now, what's also interesting is Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Sammy Watkins. You know, he came out, which hey, I give him props. He basically supported Kyrie Irving. I really don't. I just believe the ones who, the icons, the iconic players, they're somebody's gonna make them come back out and say, "Oh, I was just joking. I was just joking. I was just joking." So I'm gonna keep my eye on this Sammy Watkins guy. I'm more of a basketball guy. I don't know how good he is. He may not be enough of a impact of a player for them to even care about. So um, now a couple of other people. This guy here, his name is Freddie Flintoff. He's a professional cricket player. You know, we don't watch a lot of cricket over here, but I think in like the United Kingdom it's pretty popular. Nevertheless, he's a pretty well-known guy over there. You can definitely say he's a celebrity, just not you know in our country. But here are some quotes from him. He was speaking on a podcast actually for BBC Radio, and I'll just let you read the quotes. They're on the screen. He made a couple of quotes. If you're in a helicopter and you hover, why does the earth not come to you if it's round? He also made another comment. If we were hurling through space, why would water stay still? Why is it not wobbling? Also, if you fire a laser about 16 miles, if the world was curved, you shouldn't be able to see it, but you can. And he goes on to make another quote. He says, the middle is the North Pole. Around the outside, the South Pole, which is like a big wall of ice. This is why all governments now have bases on the South Pole. So I would say he's probably, beginner to an intermediate as far as those arguments and support for flat Earth. Um, and of course, that crazy girl Tila Tequila. But I will say this: I mean, I kind of, watched a couple of her videos. She speaks some truth. She's kind of out there though. She's kind of out there. I don't even know how to really describe her. But I will say this: as far as flat Earth goes, you know, she's not apologizing. She at least admits she's a flat earther, stands by it, not saying, "Oh, I was joking." Um, and you can see her quote here from Twitter. She basically says, "I will stop my hashtag flat Earth if someone can send me a god photo of the horizon with the curvature. Otherwise, it's flat." So basically, she was challenging people. Hey, because she went off on a rant about this flat earth, and people were like, "What's going on?" And she was like, "Okay, I'll stop ranting if somebody can just send me a picture of the horizon with the curve." I'm not sure if any, well, I could tell you, nobody, if they did send her a picture, it was with the fisheye lens. So, but like I said, I just thought that was I'm gonna keep my eye on this, the celebrities and flat earth. Think it's a very interesting thing because some of these celebrities need to have the courage to go ahead and stand up. But obviously, that's easy for me to say. You know what I mean? If somebody were to tell me, "Hey, tell them you're a flat earther and you're gonna get evicted today, you're gonna lose your job, your family," so it's a true dilemma. But it's interesting. I think some of them are trying to kind of send us signals, but and still keep their job because they're on the spotlight. I can get on YouTube. Nobody don't care. I can say I'm a flat earther. I'm not going. I can go to work tomorrow, so it's no big deal. But I understand these guys got a lot on the line. You know, so but we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it, and I appreciate you guys watching the video, and just leave comments on your thoughts as far as the celebrities and what do you think about how Kyrie changed his story. Shaq came out confident, then he changed his story. Draymond, they all seem politically correct. Um, but I appreciate you guys watching, man. Y'all take care.